Be honest, how many times have you followed the recipe perfectly and still felt like something was missing? That's because great cooking isn't about memorizing steps, it's about understanding why things work. So if you're tired of copying recipes and ready to start creating dishes that are truly yours, you are in the right place. If you have been following me for a while, you might have noticed that I rarely share exact recipes or measurements. Some people assume I do it because I want to sell them inside my coaching or something like that. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The real reason is simple. I don't believe following exact recipes is the key to truly improving your cooking. Sure, I have over 1,000 recipes saved on my phone from the restaurants I have worked in, but I almost never use them when I'm making videos or teaching people how to cook. Why? Because my goal as a coach is help people break free from their dependency on the recipes so they can tap into their own creativity and start making their own dishes. I get it. Recipes are everywhere. They are in the cookbooks, in the YouTube videos, on every cooking blog. And yes, sometimes they are necessary, especially for pastry work or in the professional kitchen where consistency is critical. But when it comes to your personal growth as a home cook, relying on recipes can actually hold you back. Recipes make it easy to cook something quickly without much thought, but they don't help you to improve in the long term. They give you answers, but not understanding. So ask yourself, what do you really want? Do you want to learn a few impressive recipes so you can make once in a while? Or do you want to develop real cooking skills, unlock your creativity, and grow into an amazing cook? If it's the first option, recipes are fine, but that's not what this channel is about. I'm not here to hand you step-by-step instruction like everyone else. I'm here to teach you techniques and skills that will elevate your cooking for life. Let me break it down for you. Imagine I gave you every tiny details, how many grams, exact cooking times, step-by-step instructions. You would probably feel confident, follow the process, and end up with a dish that looks and tastes good. But here is the real question. Did you actually improve? Did you become more creative in the kitchen? Or did you just learn to follow directions? The next time you want to cook something new, you will find yourself searching for another recipe, and the cycle continues. Now, let's take a different approach, the one I encourage. Watch a recipe, but don't just copy it. Take a note on the techniques and steps. Think about the process. Then, when you start cooking, experiment. Because you don't have exact measurements, you will naturally taste your food more. Adjust textures and think more deeply about how flavors came together. You will make mistakes, yes, but those mistakes will teach you far more than a perfect recipe ever could. After doing this 10 times, you won't just know how to make a dish. You will understand why it works, and that understanding will give you a freedom to adjust, adapt, and even create your own recipes in the future. This method is harder, it takes more time and effort, and that's exactly why most people avoid it. But it's also why most home cooks hit a plateau and stop improving. When I started working in the restaurants, a head chef once told me something that stuck with me. You have to choose your path as the chef. You can work in average restaurant or fast food, make a decent money, and work fewer hours, but your growth will be slow. Or you can take the hard path, work in the top restaurants, put in long hours, maybe earn less at first, but your skill will grow faster than you can imagine. I chose the hard path, and I'm so glad I did. Now it's your turn to choose your path in cooking. Do you want an easy route, copying recipes, improving little at first, but eventually hitting the wall? Or do you want to challenge yourself, experiment, make mistakes, and unlock your full potential as a cook? If you prefer the first option, that's okay. Grab some great cookbooks and have a fun trying out new recipes. But understand that this approach might limit your long-term growth. But if you're ready to take the harder, more rewarding path, I'm here for you. Watch my content, cook without relying on exact measurements, experiment with different ingredients, play with flavors, and challenge yourself. Over the time, you will transform into the kind of home cook you have always wanted to be. And if you'd like to take a shortcut and learn everything I'm talking about in a well-structured program with my personal support, apply my website for my coaching. We will create a plan tailored to your needs and schedule so you can start unlocking your culinary potential faster. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of the difference between learning recipes and truly learning how to cook. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.